guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. My channel is all about beauty, which includes makeup, hair, skin, nails, and some random stuff thrown in to the mix. If you like my eye look, go ahead and stick around. You'll find out just how I created it. And I will be back barefaced, no makeup on, in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so I'm back. Nothing on my face at all. I have a bit of under eye primer by Becca underneath my eyes. I am struggling because I have strep. I have only had my voice back for probably today is the first real day that I had my voice back where I didn't have to go back to like whispering or whatever. So yeah, I've been fighting this, and that's why I haven't posted as much as I normally would. But let's go ahead and just jump right into everything. As usual, I am shopping my stash, and I have products that are new to me that I haven't used before. And in this video, we're going to do the eyes, and then in another video, we're going to do the face, just so I don't make the videos like super duper long. Today, we're going to be trying out the Brow Gal by Tanya Crooks. This is the convertible brow for all hair colors, universal palette. You can use it wet and dry. So that's really handy. These are the colors that are in it. I have to carefully turn it around because I don't want to bust it any further. Those are the colors. That really is pretty universal. You can use this on light hair, dark hair. It's really going to work on a lot of things. I'm sorry that I am not as my normal uppity self, but yeah, I just wanted to get back on and film. Today I'm taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills number 12 brush. It's their angled brush with their little spoolie at the end. I have 2 of these brushes. You know I really love these brushes. And I'm going to go ahead and start with the darkest shade. And I'm going to work darkest shade on the outside edges of my brows. And then I'm going to use this shade to kind of fill in the front brow so we have a nice gradient look. And I'll probably add some music and some fast forwarding so that you don't watch the entire brow just taking a long time. I'm gonna get my lobster mirror. You guys know I love this thing. Now I'm going to go ahead and dip into this more neutral, lighter color and go ahead and take it further into my brows. Now that both eyebrows are done, they're filled in, this is not a super dramatic brow. This is a simple, everyday, wearable brow. And then I'm going to take my Busy Gal brow, and I believe this is in the shade Black Brown. I like this. It's a dark shade. It can kind of fill in and accentuate brows that I don't really have. And I start at the back half and kind of work that in and then just tap onto a front one so you can kind of see them more. There we go for that. And now I'm going to go with the NYX Brow Glue. I bounce between this and the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze. It just depends on what I'm actually in the mood for and how strong of a hold I want. Go ahead and just put this right through. If you have wiry brows or brows that don't want to stay where they need to stay, you're going to want to definitely have something that's with a strong hold. So I definitely say Brow Freeze or the NYX Brow Glue, because otherwise they're just going to go all over the place. This is the first stuff I have found, this and the Brow Freeze, that actually hold my brows in place, which is really nice because I do have brows that just want to go in the opposite direction of where I'm trying to get them to go. I'm going to go ahead and prime my lids with the Tarte Lid Lock in Buff. This is what it looks like. And I'm just going to go ahead and prime all over my lids. This helps to cancel out any purples or blues or just any discoloration in my lid. Even just putting it on the lid, you can actually see the difference. You can see the difference just even right there. The importance of a good eye primer is the fact of if you want it to cancel out things, or if you want it to hold your eyeshadow. It just really depends on what you're looking for. Of course, they do multitasking. Now that my lids are primed, you guys wouldn't believe I had actually got the primer on my brow and I had to go back and fix it. That's why doing videos when you're sick is not always suggested. But onto eyes. I want to thank Mellow Cosmetics for sending me this. It's such a pretty palette. It is Treasure Chest. And let me go ahead and open it. It has such beautiful colors. The funny thing is, this palette came out, and it reminds me of, this palette's been out for a hot minute, but this palette came out in, I don't know, a little bit ago, and then there's a new palette that just came out by somebody else, and it looks very, very similar to this. Makes me wonder. Anyways, this is such a gorgeous palette. I really appreciate when a company takes the time to actually put the names of the colors right where you can read them. So as you're following along, if you have this palette, you can see my Coke in the little mirror here. I'm trying to keep something so my voice doesn't go away. But I do like that because then I can actually tell you which one I'm using as I'm using it, and you don't really have to be like, okay, what happened? What color is she doing? I also do try to pull it up and point it out. But this is by Mellow Cosmetics. If you haven't checked them out, go ahead and check them out. They're cruelty free and everything like that, which I am really, really love. You know, I don't like to use products on here that aren't cruelty free because I love my critters. We're gonna start with this shade here, and it's called Tiger Eye, right there. And I'm gonna go ahead and take my Morphe, I don't know what number brush is. It's just like a flat brush, and it's obviously stained because I use it so much. It's got a wiry hair. What the heck, man? Okay. I use this brush a lot. It's kind of flat, it's kind of fluffy. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go for a look that's neutral, wearable, and I'm going to show you how I place it on my eye to open up my actual eyes. With Tiger Eye, I'm going to dip in, tap off any extra with it's very common. I'm going to actually just use this little thing as it. And I'm going to look straight ahead into this actual mirror and go above my lid, my mobile lid that is. And just start working it through. I'm going to go straight when it comes to right here, straight towards my brow, like I'm trying to color the tip of my brow. And then down. But not completely like in a circle. I'm doing it out here and going in like that. Okay, I'm not curving too much. Out, up, and straight. Okay, you see how that is? I'm not going to pull this down too far. We're just blending that out. You always want to tap off any extra. Every single pretty much palette has what we call fallout. You'll hear me refer to that. Again, I'm looking straight ahead. I'm actually looking in this mirror. I'm trying not to block my eyes as I'm looking straight ahead and just going right there. You see how I've just taken it to the corner right here? I haven't brought it all the way down because you want to keep that space. And this opens up the eye. Okay, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to do darkening it up, and I'm going to use this smoky quartz, which is this color right here. It's kind of a cool brown. Because it's more like a hazelnut, so I would say this is like a cool brown. And I'm actually just going to take that on the exact same brush and just pat it down. Kind of taking it down in an angle right here. You see that? We're not doing a big old cat eye or anything like that. We're just taking this down to smoke out the edge. And again, same thing. If you need to hold your mirror up, do it so you can look straight ahead, because you don't want your eyes to droop down. Okay? Look straight into that mirror and just dust this gently. You see how far back I'm holding this? That's what you're going to want to do. Just carefully. Then you drag it right to that brow, straight. Okay? We want to open up these eyelids. Okay? Still, we're taking this. See how I didn't round this off? When you round it off, you do close off your eye some, and I'm not doing that today. I'm dipping back into the smoky quartz, tap, tap, and just lightly stamping it on the edge. Still keeping most of my lid open, as you can see. I'm not closing off that edge. You see how I've angled it upwards? We're going to open up this eye. Now, with a much smaller, dense brush, the Morphe 431 brush, it's very small and dense when it comes to, I mean, you can see it next to my face, it's round. And I'm going to go ahead and dip into this lighter color called Pearl. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to use it to diffuse the edges of this. Just the edges, just touch the edges slightly. See how it's just nicely diffusing it? And I'm going to blend it into my brow bone. See how the edges are softer than they are over here? Now to tie it all together, I want to continue with that pearl color, and I'm going to put it on the same brush that I was using for the other two colors, and I'm just going to blend over them so it draws everything together. The key to good eyeshadow is blending. So let's dip into this pearl shade and tap off any extra. And remember, we're not taking it all the way down into our lid, our mobile lid. We're still trying to keep that open. We're going to go here and dust just right over, okay? We're not doing the swoopy swoop, the little windshield motion. We're not doing that. We're strategically placing this, okay? Now, I'm really going to take it old school. Now, these have been making a comeback because of the fact that they are really good to lay down a product. These are the little sponges. You can get them at Ulta, CVS, Walgreens, any of those places. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab this amethyst color. It is so pretty, and it's such a beautiful like taupey pink, and it's a shimmer. Now this is where the shimmer comes into play. There are certain areas that you want to put shimmer to bring out your eye. I'm going to dip into that, tap off any extra. It's on my sponge now. I'm just going to wipe it right across my lid. Only to where I started the other shade. You see where I'm stopping? Right there. Shimmers have a tendency to bring forward a color. Bring it forward. Bring forward that lid or whatnot. Now I'm going to take this color, Crystal. This is like a shimmery white, champagne-ish kind of color. And I'm going to take it on the clean part of my little sponge applicator here. And I'm going to put it on the innermost portion. Right there, and I will go ahead and pop that in there as well again when I finish up the rest of the look. See how I'm bringing that up? It really opens up the eye, which is nice. For liner today, we're going to go pretty simple. I'm going to keep it brown, but I'm using the Dream Team Liner Trio Tarte High Performance Naturals, and this is in the shade brown, black, and burgundy. Okay, these are really cool little products. So I'm going to sit down the two that I'm not going to use, but this side has your felt tip pen, and on this side has your pencil. How handy is that? I mean, you know, when you're using both and stuff like that, I love it. Absolutely love that. We're going to go ahead and start our liner. I'm going to go ahead and use the liquid side. You don't have to use the liquid side. You can totally skip this step if you want to. I'm just going to start with the outer edge and do like just a small little area. Okay, now that we have this finished, as you can tell, I thickened up the edges and then brought it in. This gives a more upward turned look to my eyes, and it keeps it more lifted. Right now, we want all the lift we can get because I'm sick and everything wants to droop. So, like I said, my glassy eyes are a dead giveaway when it comes to things. And going on with the theme of shop my stash, because I haven't used so many of my products. This is the Fresh Out BFF Cream Gel Liner Kit, and it's got Exit, Extra Frosting, Peach Fuzz, Icebreaker, Big Splash, Amethyst Hour. These are the colors. I obviously have one of them out, and this one is called Exit, which I really wasn't expecting. I actually thought this would have been like Icebreaker or something like that, or Extra Frosting. But yes, and this I'm going to use to line my inner waterline. I do like to roll them out some so I can get that really good edge. And sometimes it's best to take it on the back of your hand and just kind of warm up the sides, because you are going to be sticking it into your waterline. Go ahead and take your pinky, pull down only gently, and just line your line. Line your waterline. Gently. and that opens up your eyes. Usually I use more of a nude color, but today I feel like I need a little extra something to open up my eyes. Before applying my mascara, I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes. As you can see, that really opened up my eyes, and so did the white liner. Before we had nudes, we used white, so I'm just taking it back a little bit. Also, today, like I said, I'm shopping my stashes. Bought some big T's, and it says plumping mascara. I don't ever remember using this before, so for me, this is a new product. The brush that'll make them blush. That's what it says. That's very cute. Plumping formula for full, voluptuous lashes. Velvety texture coats long, lavish lashes from root to tip. Glossy black pigments thicken and intensify lashes. Well, alright. Let's go ahead and... I love the sound of a new mascara and lip gloss. This is what the actual wand looks like. And we're going to go ahead and back comb, which means we do the tops and we do the bottom. That makes them extra black. It's that second coat that really just like bam, really brings it out. I don't know if you could see. Yes, that's really lovely. Just a little bit more of definition. I'm going to go ahead and take this color Onyx. Now, even though it says Onyx, it's more like a really dark hazelnut. And I'm going to go ahead and tap it on this little BH Cosmetics number 8 brush. It's a densely packed brush. And I'm just going to tap it on the very edge, right here. Just right there and up. All the way up to where you started that other color. Just very gently. See how far back I'm holding this brush? Then I'm taking this BH Cosmetics number 24 brush, which is a super fluffy brush, and just blending it out. Just blending it out just ever so slightly. Barely touching it. See the definition it brings into the eye? Very nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and finish up my face off to another video. And then I'll be back to finish up my eyes, which includes adding the eyeshadow underneath and then putting the mascara on the bottom. I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back. My full face is done. So I'm going to dip right back into my Mellow Treasure Chest palette, and I'm going to grab that smoky quartz color and I'm going to dust it along my lower lash line. Remember, we're trying to keep this a little eye opening, and I'm using this dense Morphe 431 brush, and I'm just going to barely touch it against my lower lashes. I'm not even going all the way across. Do you see how that just adds a nice little shadow there? And then we're going to take our big T's of Buxom, and I have some Buxom on my lips too. It's a Buxom day. And I'm going to just tap over my lashes. Don't smush your lashes back, okay? Just barely lightly touch them. And into the whitest shade, which is the Crystal. And I'm going to go tap the inner corner of my eyes once again, just to add some brightness. It'll wake me up. Actually, I'm awake, I just don't feel good. And that is nice. Very pretty, very shiny. And if you feel like maybe it's a little too much, go ahead and tap your fingers into it. And it has softened it up a little bit. See, you still have that shine, that awakeness look without the heavy shine. Alright, so this is the final look. I'll probably go slip on my wedding ring, and then I'll be heading out to go pick up my little. Anyways, if you enjoyed watching this video and learning about how I did my eyes, and don't forget to tap that subscribe button. Also, right next to the subscribe button is a notification bell if you want to be notified every time I upload, or even personalize what you want to see. So thank you guys so very much for watching. I hope you guys are having an amazing day and aren't sick like I am. And remember, makeup can cover up a whole lot of stuff, including someone who has strep. I mean, I look totally different now than when we started. But if you're not beautiful on the inside, chances are it's going to show on the outside, regardless of how much makeup you wear. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have an amazing day.